Good evening. Do I look like I have a bunch of synthesizers on my t-shirt? I have a bunch of synthesizers on my t-shirt. Will this affect the fact that I have a bunch of synthesizers in my room? Probably. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I seem to have swallowed a audio distortion filter. Maybe I shouldn't have started this stream. Oh well. Jesus. I blame it on yelling at my TV. My TV was unhelpful this evening, so I was angry at it. I'm ever only angry at inanimate objects, so maybe I was too angry.
Maybe I was too angry. I really need to clear my throat. guys tends to do, and this is what I do. And I'm sitting here trying to make music to make you enjoy life, the universe, and everything. And I'm sure I do not succeed. So good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. How are we doing tonight? We are pressing buttons. For those of you who want a better show than this, which admittedly sucks, Wednesday, I have my 1 year anniversary stream. I have been streaming for 1 year. Or is that 1 year? Depends on how you count. But I'm gonna have some fun, yeah. Shiggy boo, shiggy bum, shiggy boom, shiggy boom, boom, bum, shiggy boo, boo. That's what we do. Boom, shiggy bum, shiggy boom, boom, shiggy boom, shiggy boom, bum. That's what we do. Boom, shiggy bum, shiggy boom, boom, shiggy boom, shiggy bum. That's what we do. Thank you, Rodrigo. The anniversary is technically happened, but I'm gonna celebrate it on Wednesday. Jesus, my voice is gone today. That's what we do. My voice sounds horrible. That's what we do. So how are you doing, my friend? Are we enjoying the Swedish stupidity? Or do we think this dumb blonde Swedish guy is dumb blonde and Swedish? Because this is true. I am Swedish. I am blonde. And honestly, I'm pretty freaking dumb. So if you find me dumb, blonde and Swedish, it's true. Rodrigo Seguera. What did I press now? is what we do on a Friday. I admit it sucks. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy making music in the middle of the night. For what reason? No reason. I don't need a freaking reason. If you think I need a reason to make music, hey, you're mad. Cause nobody needs a reason to make music that's gonna make you glad. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing, and punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. It's gonna be really freaking awesome. You think, hey, punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. And that's what we're doing, that's how we think. Say the punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch. There was too many buttons to push it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna. So that's what we're doing this evening. We're punching keys. We're doing the thing. I'm not sure what the thing is, but clearly based on that, we're doing that. If anybody in the chat has some idea what the hell we're doing, let me know. Punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it right back. Gonna punch the key and do the punch the key, do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna. Greetings, gentlemen. I think I busted my voice already. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Not sure what to do about that. I might need to punch a key and do the thing. Think I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna punch a key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. Apparently I'm going to punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it and do the thing. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm not sure which key and what thing. Do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. Do we know what punching the key and doing the thing even means? I mean, what key? What key are we punching? C minor? The F key? The F11 key? The print screen key? What key are we punching? What is the thing we are doing? What thing? What kind of thing? To be honest, this makes no sense. If I wanted to punch a key and do a thing, I would join a key punching and thing doing cult. I mean, punch the key and do a thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I don't understand what it means. Do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key. Zoloido, help me. What does this even mean? I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. I'm gonna punch it back. Gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch the key. What key is this? I'm gonna punch the key and do the thing. I'm gonna punch it now. What is this thing I'm going to do? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Zoloido probably knows. I don't know what this key I'm supposed to punch is. Okay. That might work. Confused. This just, I walked into the room, I was innocent, small innocent and innocent. And all this key punching stuff was already on my synthesizer. So either I made that 20 seconds ago, or when I was too drunk to remember what I made. Or both. My voice is really shot. I was trying to be funny earlier and scream, and clearly that broke my voice. I sound like... I don't know what I sound like, but I don't sound good. soloid are doing? You haven't spoiled your voice like me, right? C minor always works. In that case, Chopmeister is right. Except this is A minor, I just realized that. Sorry. Hey Josh, we're trying to be as ferocious as we can, being lame and Swedish and kinda boring. But let me bring my bass, that may be slightly more ferocious. One tries. I'm a down-blown Swedish guy making synthesizer music in the middle of the night for exactly no reason. Mr. Benton, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the stream. We're having fun. At least we are trying. Do you have some idea of what you're bringing? Do you have some thoughts of what you are thinking? Tell me, my friend Mr. Benton. Tell me, my friend. What is going on? Are we coming to the end? Turn it out. Swedish guy. This is a down-blown Swedish guy on the microphone. It's a short, its age is 55, like Mr. L is used back in the 50s. Because I rock and roll and I roll and I rock and I rock and I roll and I roll and I rock and I rock and I roll. I roll and I rock and I rock and I roll. I roll and I rock and I rock and I roll. And I roll, I rock and I roll. I say boom. God, you want me to bring up 2 turntables and a microphone. 2 turntables and a microphone. That's what Adam wants me to use. 2 turntables and a microphone. That's what Adam wants me to use. I will baby, I said. 2 turntables and a microphone. They only have one of the 3. 2 turntables and a microphone. What the hell is this dumb blonde Swedish guy be? Hey. I'm fresh out of turntables. I've come here to scratch turntable and kick ass. And I'm fresh out of turntables. I do have a metric crap ton of analog synthesizers though, as you can see. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. I have $1,000 here and $1,000 there, and I have motherfucking plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty, I have plenty. Do you want me to twist the knob? I have plenty. I have plenty knobs. I also have lasers and lasers. No wait, smoke and lasers. I have smoke and lasers and you do not. I have smoke and lasers and you do not. I have smoke and lasers and you do not. I have smoke, I have lasers and you do not. You don't say. Everybody in the house gonna tell me what to do tonight. Everybody in the house gonna tell me what to do tonight. Come on and tell me which knob I'm gonna motherfucking turn. You want the pentatonic soul on a monophonic synth? I have a Yamaha CS5 just for you. I have a Juno 60 that will do it too. I have a chord Monopoly that will kick your ass. I have lots of freaking toys that will make you crash. I want to see you. handle the down-blown Swedish computerized stuff. I need to turn on more lasers. Do I look like I need more lasers? Of course I do. I always need more lasers. À votre santé. Keep doing the thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do the thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, gonna punch the key, and do a thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do a thing, I'm gonna punch the key, and do a thing, I'm gonna punch it now, I'm gonna punch it back, I'm gonna punch it real good, I'm gonna. Greetings and silent mutations, my loyal followers. Thank you for showing up on a Friday, I think it is. Is it a Friday? I think it's a Friday. Where we are doing stupid music stuff. I was, Jesus, in the beginning of the scream, I was, as kind of a joke, yelling like, ah! And I seriously like busted my voice. I sound like I've been like sick for a month, but I'm not. Jesus, I didn't know like yelling once would do this to my voice. So maybe I should shut up. Do you think? It's Friday. Yeah, it's still Friday. It will be Friday for like a while more. Am I a day ahead in Sweden? No, I don't think Sweden works like that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once before, like in March 1972. But who knows? Wow, the sound is really crunchy today. Let me try something. I'm gonna punch a button. I have many buttons. I'm gonna punch a particular button and see if that fixes my crunchiness. It might not. I might actually lose you guys completely, but let me try this button. Uh-oh. You have sound? Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know what that was. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mr. Wayne, welcome. You want to pick a key? No, you can't pick a key. I'm going to pick C minor. It's Chop favorites key. Did we lose sound? Do we have sound or not? I see the wiggly thing wiggling, so I'm assuming we have sound. Does the wiggly thing wiggling mean we have sound? So you mean yes, we have sound? Or do you mean yes, the wiggly thing is wiggling? Or do you mean Zap is ugly? If you mean Zap is ugly, we knew that. Have you looked at this? This is my face. Yeah, Zap is ugly. What could you possibly otherwise say? Okay, if you hear my sound, then this is fine. Mr. Robson, welcome to the stream. Mr. Zeloider, welcome to the stream. Mr. Adam Benton, if you're still here, welcome to the stream. And whoever was the Rob thingamajig in the beginning, Josh, welcome to the stream. And there was many people on this stream. Whoever you were, well, my voice is really short. God, I was making a joke. I was making a joke in the beginning of the stream, and I was like yelling into the microphone, and clearly I just kind of busted my vocal cords. I sound like Darth Vader under a rock. I'm sorry about that. Adam is still here. Well, of course, Adam is the only important guy here. And everybody else is also the only important guy here. You are all the only important person here. Think about that. Candice! Present! Oh God, this is like a whole roll call. Greetings and welcome to the Dumb London Swedish music stream. Wow, where is everybody's coming from? We have like 1,000 people here now, or at least 4. 4 and 1,000, it's almost the same. To me, it's almost the same. I normally have 3 people, and you know, 4 people makes this kinda like 1,000. A Swedish kind of 1,000. So Candice, welcome. Where are you from? Which part of the planet? I guessing not the Swedish part, but some other part. Do you like synthesizers? Because I have a few. I have like a set of them. Stephen Fry? Okay. I didn't even know this. So let me tell you though what did happen the other day. So, let me go to the... Okay. So my friend Chopmeister and I were talking about musical instruments and control surfaces, and we came to the point of discussing something called the Linstrument. Texas, I love Texas. I've been there. It's awesome. Now I want some deviled eggs and a taco, just because you said that. Anyway, we started talking about control surfaces, and we came up to something called the Linstrument. It's a control surface designed by Roger Lynn, the Lindrum guy. And my friend Chopmeister, he actually bought one. And to make a long story super short, as a thanks, he got a personal email from Roger Lynn, which he thought like, wow. Yeah, I love deviled eggs. And to make a long story short, as a joke, I made a song about how Roger Lynn should send me a Linstrument on Monday. And then, because I'm a shameless bastard, I emailed that file to Roger Lynn and say, you should check this out. And he liked it, and it was funny as hell. Anyway, whatever, about legendary synth people, nobody cares about that. Candice, welcome from Texas. What's the temp? Because Texas tends to be like 300 degrees above everybody else's. So do you have 301 degrees everybody else? Whoa, Dave is in France. Is everybody here? Wow. So I'm gonna warn you guys. I've actually been doing this stream for a year now, but I'm actually planning a actual year anniversary stream. And I put that on Wednesday, because Wednesday is the only time I've kind of scheduled. So there's a Facebook event about my 1 year anniversary stream. Technically, it's actually already passed, because I think the actual anniversary date for my first stream was May 5th or something like this. And it's May something else today. But yeah, check out that. We're gonna have some fun. The idea is on my anniversary stream, we're going to like scroll back in time and look how shitty this stream was in the beginning. It all started in this very room, and to tell you the story, this room is actually my childhood room. So basically, I'm in a house that was where my parents lived, which for various roundabouts over time, I'm now, because my parents have passed away, I have inherited this house. And I'm using it as like extra space and stuff, and I decided I'm gonna make a studio in here. I'm gonna put all my music equipment that has been like in piles and hidden in corners and hidden away. I'm just gonna put this up here, and I'm gonna make kind of a real actual useful studio dedicated to music. Because I haven't had that for many years. I had the equipment, but it'd be kind of crammed in a corner and like away from work stuff. And so I did this, and I started, well, what actually happened was, the thing that triggered all this was this thing. This freaking electric bass. I always kind of thought I would start playing with some instruments, and my youngest son's girlfriend's sister had a bass she wanted to sell. So my youngest son's girlfriend said, "Hey, you want a bass?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I paid like $50 for it. And I was like, I have a bass now. I never played a bass in my life. And I started playing with it. And it was kind of fun. And now I also inherited this extra space. So I was sitting in this very room a year ago with this bass, a laptop, and a small control surface that came with the free version of Ableton Live. And I was like, this is fun. I can play my bass and I can make stupid things. And I have OBS installed and I have a Twitch account. Maybe I should just try to stream this. So about a year ago, I pressed the stream button for the first time. And I streamed a short little stupid thing with this bass, that laptop over there, with the laptop's built-in camera, a control surface keyboard that is not even connected anymore because I have, since then, I have so much other gear acquired. And I made the stupidest song you have ever heard in your entire life. And on my anniversary, I will play that stupid song for you. Wednesday, May 12th, I will have the anniversary stream. And yeah, the rest is kind of history. And now we're at like smoke, lasers, analog synthesizers, additional audio equipment, an APC 40, an MPD 218, all my old analog synthesizers, my old electric guitar and acoustic guitar, my trumpet, an electric violin, my father's accordion, my late father's, and the zither. Yeah, so there's toys in here, and of course, to make it look fancy beyond the smoke and the lasers, I have now projectors projecting bullshit in the background, and yeah, if I had the analog, yes, so the analog synths, I have them for a long time. Let me show you. I showed this before, but I'm going to show it again. Let me go to my photos, Google Photos. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I shall find the ancient photos. I have to scroll a bit back in time, because I found these photos not too insanely long ago. And here we go. Okay, let me move this over here and push this button and this button. You guys should be do you see this stupid person in a super shiny t-shirt or shirt? That is moi. That is me in 1985, I would guess. Yes, I am that old. And the funny bit is the Korg Monopoly over there. Let me see, let me point to it. Right here, I have that right there. And down here, you can find my Logan String Melody Duo, which I have right here. And on the left of screen, I have my Juno 60, which is what I have right here. So all the ancient crap from these days, I still have them, and I'm pretty happy that I still have them, because I'm enjoying every nanosecond of them. And the fun thing, that's the same room I'm in now. That was my childhood bedroom, and it's the room that I'm right now using as my stupid dumb blonde Swedish studio. So, yeah. That's how old and far I am. Yes, that's the version 1. Indeed. And you're looking at version at least like 3.5 right now. So this is 3.5, and that was version 0.9. Yeah. I'm happy to have found those photos, to be honest. It was kind of fun. Yes. So how many? This is a whole lot of people here today. David's here, and Candy's from Texas. David is in San Francisco. Wayne is in the UK. Zoloido. Zoloido, where was it you were again? I forget. You were somewhere on the planet. We don't have Parham here. He's in Iran. I ran away and found Iran. How do you pronounce that? It is indeed Friday. Oh, French. So I should be saying Sacre Bleu to you, because it's the only friend I can say in French. Sacre Bleu. Which makes no sense, I know. I love this. It's the entire planet is here. Sacre Bleu! It's like literally the only thing I know in French, and I barely know what it means. Well, I do actually know what it means, because I work with David Lanier. Is a colleague of mine. He's in France. He's a real French guy. And then of course I work with a metric ton of Canadians, and I mean in Montreal, and Montreal is like, you know, everybody speaks French Canadian, so I get a lot of French thrown at me daily. But the Frenchest French I work with is my actual French friend David. He's awesome. David is so cool. David makes he works with leather as a hobby. Not okay, that's not bad. It's not like you have a dungeon with whips and leather, but he makes leather stuff like, you know, punch. So he actually made this kind of steampunk armor and all this kind of cool stuff. Anyway, yeah, I love the world. The world is an interesting planet. The planet is an interesting planet. And I'm happy to... Isn't it insane that we can sit in various corners of the same planet? The same planet? It's one planet, it's only one of them. I think. Or maybe some of you guys are on another planet, I don't know. But just talk through this internet-y thing. It's pretty cool. I'm not knocking anything. I'm not knocking the leathers and whips. I'm just saying that's not what David is doing. I never was knocking it. Never did I say I haven't tried it. So, yeah, don't put words in my mouth or anything else, by the way. You can have a lot of fun with leathers and whips. I mean, if you like have horses and stuff, you know, you can have fun with leathers and whips. Yeah, you're not. No, David, you're the wrong David. There's another David. I know more than one David, you know. So David in the here is not the David I was just talking about. The other David I was talking about is in France. You are David Marks, the other is David Lanier. Different Davids. Yeah. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world. Man, that's off key. Or so I'm told. And I never claimed to be able to sing, you know. There is more than one David in the world, or so I'm told. There is more than one David in the world. Wow, that is so off key. Or so I'm told. It's lucky I'm so shameless I let you hear this. This is horrifically bad. Or so I'm told. You guys are so lucky. There's more than one David in the world. Or maybe not. Or so I'm told. Speaking of Elon Musk, you know he actually succeeded to fly spaceship the other day, on Thursday I think it was, and it actually landed without exploding. So now SpaceX has a problem. They have actually a Starship on the landing pad and they don't know what the hell to do with it. Because the other ones exploded, so they could just sweep it off the landing pad and launch the next one. But now they have one on the landing pad that has not exploded. And Elon Musk is like, because they have the next one, SN16, it's in the high bay, it's done, it's about to fly. But Elon Musk tweeted earlier today, it's like, we might send this in 15 up another time, one more time. And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, you're promising reusable space flight. And this Starship that worked, you have no further use for that. So, I mean, if you have millions to spare, which apparently you do, yeah, why not freaking launch it again? That would be the most insanely awesome thing ever. Like this test vehicle, like, yeah, let's freaking launch it again. Because, I mean, he launched SN11, was it right? A few weeks ago in the mist. It was so freaking foggy that you didn't even see the launch. You could see kind of, it was sort of orange, because that was the flame from the launch. And then when it came down, you see shit falling because it exploded. It's like, oh yeah, that was all we saw from Starship SN11. Yeah, I love Elon Musk because he's so insane, but the guy is clearly insane. He has like no checks and boundaries like a normal person. And that's why he can do all this insane stuff. He's kind of like an advanced conman, but it's like he's like an advanced conman that actually gets shit done. It's as a psychological experiment, it's very interesting to watch. So yeah. Clay pigeons. You know what? I've been running this same loop for an hour now. I've been talking smack over it. I'm just gonna delete it outright. Boom. Gone. Deleted. And we're gonna make some completely new music because we can't just have a one single freaking loop going the whole time. So Candice, if you're still around, what should the next song be about? What kind of song should it be? Should it be funny and boring? Should it be funk or jazz? Should it be synth pop or drum and bass? Should it be whatever? And the only reason I ask you is because ladies have better taste than the bloody sausage fest we have on this stream. But since you have better taste, you probably left the stream long ago. While I wait for the reply to that, I'm gonna pick a different drum kit. So for the boys in the audience, do you have ideas what the next song should be? Sausage! You want a song about sausage? The Pressure. No, that's... Chris Viano is here. Okay, how are you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you since I saw you last. This is fun. 80s synth pop. You know me all too well. I will gladly do that. You're awesome, that's fantastic. I'm dumb, blonde and Swedish, so... But you knew that already. Well, we're gonna do the dumb blonde Swedish version of that. Because I'm dumb blonde and Swedish, you have to take that for what it is. Sorry about the scratchiness. It's basically when my computer runs out of CPU power, it all goes a little scratchy. And I mean, I have a single laptop doing all the video switching, all the music mixing. It's pretty insane that this works at all. So pretend the scratchiness you hear is it's simulating vinyl. Yeah, that's totally what it is. We're simulating vinyl. Or someone kicking the vinyl. Whatever. Yes, I actually have a plugin for static. I can turn that on, might maybe cover up all most of it. I'm a dumb, blonde, Swedish guy. If you know me, you cannot try to see where the planet ends. I'm a dumb, blonde, Swedish guy that don't know what the powers will try. I don't see your sources in the right. I can't live with you or without you. I try. I'm still missing one kick drum. Going wrong. Let me see if that helps. Let me see if that helps. Jean-Michel Jarre puts noise on his CD to cover up the noise. To cover up the noise. I'm going to tell you what he did. He punched all the synthesizers, yes. Punched all the synthesizers, yes, he did. He couldn't make shit up alone. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I have too many things running. Swedish guy making synthesizers playing. I try to make you really happy, but how can I try when you're not listening to me and I just want to die? I tell you this is me, dumb, blonde and Swedish, you know. I have synthesizers here, and that's what I'm gonna show you, that I am the one who have buttons to press. And this is how I do it, this is your frightening test. I said boom, and everybody says I say boom, and everybody says I say boom. And I simply say that boom shakalak, gonna kick you tonight. I say boom. I said boom. I said boom. I said a boom shakalak. Let me tell you what you do. What could possibly go wrong? 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 If you're in Texas, I want to listen to Depeche Mode. Get a dumb blonde Swedish guy instead, and you're told it will be your replacement. You will be pretty pissed off, I would assume. Dumb blonde Swedish people are dumb, and that's the way that they do it. They're going to run away. Dumb blonde people in Sweden are dumb and blonde. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. People, yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde
And this is how we learn.
yes I know.
This is how we understand the world.
Yes I know.
This is how we understand the world.
Yes I know.
By thinking about what the hell is happening.
Yes I know.
See you, David.
Dumb blonde people, yes I know.
What do we learn from this?
People, yes I know.
We learn that dumb and blonde people are dumb and
Yes
blonde.
I know. Dumb blonde people,
That's how we learn
yes
things.
I know.
Yes,
Dumb blonde people,
dumb and
yes,
blonde
I
people
know.
are dumb.
Dumb
And
blonde
blonde.
people,
This is how we
yes,
know
I know.
things.
Dumb blonde
We know how the world works.
yes I know.
We know how the universe behaves. If the dumb blonde people weren't dumb and blonde,
Blonde people,
how could you possibly ever know who to give a Furby, who to give a midget, and who to sing songs to in the middle of the night?
I know.
This is how we know things.
Yes,
This is how we know things.
yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes
That blonde people are dumb. See, I'm blonde. I am clearly dumb. No sane person would do this. So am I dumb? Yeah. Am I blonde? Yeah. Am I Swedish? Yeah. So I'm dumb, blonde and Swedish. So now you know what dumb and blonde Swedish do. Oh, the Furby keyboard.
You've seen the Furby keyboard, right? There's a guy who has a YouTube channel called Look Mom No Computer. And among a million other insane things, he has built a keyboard from Furbies. And it's pretty insane.
Dumb blonde people, yes I know.
I was actually hoping more for like a instrument or something like that. I'm not sure a Furby keyboard would add so much.
Yes I know. Dumb blonde people, yes I know.
So Candice, is this enough stupid Depeche Mode? Or do I have to bring my electric violin out to make you happy? I know most women need electric violins for their pleasure. That's what I've heard anyway. And I mean, since we're all in the utter insanity, I might just as well. If nobody screams, I'll bring up the electric violin. You have like 30 seconds to scream now. Okay, nobody screams. This is going to be so bad. I'm not sure this thing is even in tune. But then again, I can't play it. It doesn't really matter if it's in tune. Okay, E string, okay. A string 2. D2. Okay, the bloody thing is actually kinda in tune. So now it's all my fault. I'm not sure I'm getting any better on the violin. Maybe I found some notes by accident. I don't know. Well, we're still running, Parham. The hours aren't over quite yet. I even brought out the freaking violin. Which sounds horrible, but hey. Dumb blonde people, yes I know. Dumb blonde people. Well, Parham, you are the only one who loves how I play violin. So yeah, that's because it sucks. It does.
Yes, I know. Dumb blonde people. Yes, I know.
Let's go all out crazy on this shit.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Dumb blonde people. Yes, I know. Dumb blonde people. Yes, I know.
This is insane. And I'm starting to realize, I think that accordion is tuned in 432 or some of these ancient tunings, because it's kinda off, but it's very consistently off. My accordion is crazy. My accordion is crazy. It's full of down-long Swedish style. I wonder if Candace is still around. I don't think women can handle this kind of madness. And if she can, I'm impressed. Nobody wants to watch this amount of stupidity sprayed over the internet willingly. Except, of course, to laugh at it. But laughing is fun. It's my favorite thing to do. And I don't know what to tell you. I could hunt you down in the middle of the night, or tell you what I'm doing wrong and right. We have this in our team, in the rendering team. We have this dad joke thing going, so everybody at every meeting is kind of top each other with the worst possible dad joke, and the cringe levels are like 1,000 times insane. Unfortunately, we had a guy, Matthew, who was a designer. He actually moved from the team to work with another team, and he was like the master of finding the shittiest dad jokes ever. Oh yeah. He knew how to do that stuff. He knew what he was doing. But you know, yeah, don't you agree with it, Wayne? I think the accordion it's almost like the accordion is tuned. It's as if the accordion is tuned to another scale. It seems very consistent in and of itself, but it seems like just a tiny bit off from everything else. And trust me, I tuned. And I tune and I tune and I tune. Analog synthesizers. Real analog synthesizers need tuning and adjustment. I went to this freaking thing and adjusted the oscillators only a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. So do you think the frets are working on the violin though? I maybe start to get those. But with the accordion, yeah, it's... I should actually measure the accordion's pitch. Ta-da. Okay, that was horrible. But now you got me all curious. I really have to test this. Because is this actually tuned to like the old pitch standard? It would explain a bunch of things. So let me see. Let me put a tuner on the microphone channel. I don't think I have a tuner on the mic channel. Let me check. Voice. No, wait. The voice is not on that channel. It's on this channel. Yeah, there's no tuner. Let me drop a tuner on it. This would be really interesting. So there's a tuner. La. Okay, that was clearly a B flat minor note. Yeah, that C is a little. It's a little sharp, though. I wouldn't expect that. But it's consistent. That's pretty interesting. See, it's off by the same amount, roughly. That's kind of interesting. So I wonder what this is. This is tuned against. That's pretty interesting. But it does explain why this always sounds off. So it's like 15 cents sharp to proper tuning. And extremely consistently too. Well, honestly, it seems like it's almost tuned to different standards since it's so consistent. It was even sharper here, though, up there, but still, it's like. Let me try a bass note. Let me find the C. Man, there's too many there's so many buttons in this thing. God. Yeah, even the bass side is a little sharp. It's not as sharp. That's pretty interesting. You want a drum and bass break with the accordion? I can do all the things. But that's interesting that it's so consistently off. That sort of means they must have had a different reference when they tuned this thing. Like in the 1930s. You know, this was my father's accordion. And when we went through this house, which was my childhood home, we actually found the receipt. I have the receipt for my father's purchase of this accordion. And back then, it was like pretty freaking expensive. It's like, yeah, I don't know how I should translate it to today's money, but it's, yeah, this was not a cheap purchase that my dad did back in yeah. You know, I should get the receipt because I have it. Let me find it. We can have fun with that. So give me 2 seconds. Listen to the shitty music while I go get the receipt. So here, I framed it. This is the receipt when my father bought this accordion, which happened on let me see the date. 1948. The 24th of February 1948, my father bought this violin for 1,525 Swedish krona, but actually that's because he traded in something else. So the actual price was 1,875. Okay, so let me see. Let me Google that for you. So 1,745 Swedish krona in 1948. See if Google can tell me that. Okay, Swedish krona inflation. Well, Swedish krona is proper money, Wayne. But let me try. So, let me try. So, calculator. 1,000, what was it again? 1,875 in 1948. Wait, does this go further back than 1956? What's this thing? Okay, I have some inflation calculator. Okay, but let's take whatever. Let's do that. Let's take that. Let's say 2,000 in 1956. Today that means, in Swedish funny money, that is 28,000. So 28,000 Swedish. This is in dollars. Is what? It's 3,400 US dollars. Yeah, that makes. Yeah, it's about, and Wayne, you really want it in British funny money? I can do a British conversion. So this freaking thing was bought for $3,500 or 2,400 pounds back in 1948, and that's maybe I might be underestimating it because I actually put in, a random price for 1956. So I don't have an inflation calculator. So yeah, this thing was not cheap, I'm pretty impressed my father bought this. Jesus. And I have warranty. I have warranty from March 1st, 1948. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. It's beautiful. It's like hand-signatured, handwritten receipt. It's like, can you see this? Sorry for all the reflections because I framed this. Do you see anything? I think this is pretty fun. But it is roughly like somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds, or like 3,000 and 4,000 freaking dollars for this accordion. And right now they're not worth anything anymore. I checked and this is a fairly normal model. You get like $50 or something for it. It's like they have no value anymore because so many people have these kind of things. So, but it's fun to have and I love it. Unfortunately, clearly it's tuned to some other standard because it's like, like we said, 15, 20 cents sharp on every note. Interesting. need to place it over there. Yeah, it's a fun piece of history to have. I'm so happy I found that thing. Yeah. It was really fun to find that old piece of paper. I wish I had it from when I bought this. This is my old trumpet, and I don't know how to play it. I mean, if I try to play it, it's like. Well, yeah, that's. And I think this bloody freaking thing is made out of silver or something insane like that. Because most trumpets are brass, but this is clearly not. And it's like, I thought we bought it used some. I have this vague memory when me and my father went to buy this freaking trumpet. And I think we paid like a few hundred crowns for it, which today is what? I don't know. 50, maybe $100 or something, if even that. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what this is worth. I do not have a saxophone, no, sorry. Not a single saxophone in this house. I have the violin, I have the accordion, I have a zither, and I have my electric and acoustic guitar and my bass. And then, of course, as you know, I have a metric Craptono synthesizers. But you knew that already. That's pretty obvious from my stream. But saxophones, no, I do not. I actually never even in my life held a saxophone. I never tried it. And yeah. Yeah, don't rob my house. I will punch you. And I have smoke and laser, so you will be dead if you tried. So there's that. I mean, I can turn up the energy of the lasers and it will just slice you up into little slivers, right? That's totally how that works. It's totally how that works. So, where we at? Your cousin has sex and drugs. Yeah, I know a few people who knows that. I'm actually, you know, a sax is kind of a cool instrument. It would be fun to know how to play one, but I don't currently. But then again, most of the things I have here I don't know how to play. So there's that. Yeah, sax and drugs and rock and roll. Swedish guy. This is what you should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what you should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what you should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what you should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. Go get a drink. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what they were indeed learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. They were fun indeed. This is what I should learn. At this point in time, I'm the one most linked to music, though. This is what I She's into extreme sports. Like, I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. I had a fun event at work once. I was in Montreal and we were switching up like teams. So we're meeting a bunch of people that we haven't really met before at Autodesk. And people will, introduce themselves. And one guy introduced himself and said like, yeah, I once ran half a marathon. And everybody's like, whoa, you ran half a marathon. And I'm like, yeah, I said, for my wife, that's a Tuesday. Like, a marathon is like that's a short training run. So yeah, we're not doing much music there. She has other interests. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. But to each their own. Dumb blonde. Someone wants to get up 6 in the morning and run for 12 and a half hours for fun. I wanna go to bed at 6 in the morning and have an awesome live stream on the internet. I should learn. To each their own. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I'm a dumb blonde Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. I did not know about this double bass saxophone, no. But I do follow some really weird YouTube channels, and one is is a saxophone girl that has the most insane sort of saxophone things. And some of them made of wood and they're giant and super weird, but I think they still qualify as saxophones. Or maybe they're oboes, or maybe they're woodwind instruments in some way or another. And they look completely insane. And she's been doing commentary, you know, Davey 504, who's the bass, you know, slap like now, bass guy on the interwebs. And she's been doing like commentary on his stuff, so when he plays a bass line on his guitar, she does it on her bass saxophone thingy. It's pretty interesting. Yes, what time is it? It's past midnight. So maybe I should start considering ending the stream. We're at 2 hours. 2 hours is a good time. Yeah, Davey 504, yes, exactly. I have some Davey 504 t-shirts that I sometimes wear on the stream, which is very dangerous because I wear those and then I play bass and I do it as badly as I do. Then, yeah, it's like, you know, showing my jugular vein to the internet. But whatever. Let's. I'm a dumb, blonde, Swedish guy. I'm a dumb, blonde, Swedish guy. This is what I should learn. If there isn't one, you can make your own t-shirt these days. It's pretty simple. You literally go online and you drag drop some shit and you hit print and they send you a t-shirt. Should learn. I actually saw this for the first time at the SIGGRAPH conference. One of the big thing they had was their t-shirt. I think it was Epson actually that had a t-shirt printer. So you could just ask for whatever and they made you a t-shirt or a huge poster. And a friend of mine, Mark Preston, this is what I should. He is like this graphical artist and he was like, oh, you can print things for me? So he just had a USB stick with a bunch of things and he gave it to them and they printed him these huge posters that look amazing. And I had this shitty design on the USB stick and they made me a t-shirt. I don't know where the t-shirt went because my design was so shitty, it wasn't really a great t-shirt, but the technology, the printers, it was pretty interesting to see because it actually takes the t-shirt through twice, and the first time it like prints a white base layer and then the next round it prints all the colors kind of on top of this white thing. And it's very interesting to see, and they could just print one-offs of anything. You just had a USB stick with like a JPEG or whatever. They could just print it, and it was pretty cool. Your 50th? Wait, are your 50th coming up soon? I'm confused. Jag ska hälsa tanten, det gör jag. Is it your birthday, Wayne, soon? Is it your 50th birthday coming like now or what? Explain. I'm dumb, blonde and Swedish. Godnatt Torbjörn, sov gott. Dave is back. 23rd of May. Is that your 50th birthday? Are you 50? You young whippersnapper. You're just a baby. You're a baby, Wayne. I'm older than you. I'm older and fartier than you. Wow. Yeah, so on my 50th birthday, I was in the middle of my health issues where I had like literal wires running through my body. So I spent my 50th birthday with a bag of piss on my knee, which I was pissing into through a hose coming from a hole in my back, going into my kidney. So yeah. That was not fun. And that was even after some search. Oh God. Don't get me started on that year. That year was a year I rather not have. $55. Well, so you're basically I'm 53, so we're all kind of old farts here. But we're handsome and sexy old farts, right? Well, I guess all the girls left, so we can say that. Right? We can lie. You can drop your 32. 32 is a respectable age. If you were 14, I would just say, eh. And here's the thing, let me tell you a good story that will make you slightly happy. You don't really get much older than that. Like in your spirit, in your mind, I feel like I got to like 20 something. 24 or 24, 5 maybe. And then like mentally, it's like, no, I have not changed one bit. What about this thing about getting to be an adult? Yeah, I'm still waiting for that bit, as you can see by my toys. And the good part with getting older, you don't actually feel like you get older. I feel like I'm 23 or whatever, like mentally and like in how I am in the spirit. I don't feel like an old fart. The thing that happens when you get older, you stop giving a shit. You stop giving a shit about a lot of things. And it's like, do I sing off key on my stupid stream on the internet? Yeah, I totally do. Do I give a flying crap about you people on the internet hearing me singing off key on my stupid stream? I do not. I enjoy doing it, and that's all I give a crap about. And if I listen to it and it was completely in a different key than the music, then it's like, whatever. I don't care. You just don't care anymore. I don't care what people think, and it's actually fairly liberating. Yes, you're the jazz guy now, so now you have to. Yes, David, you're completely right, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's like the old joke, the difference between boys and men is the price of their toys, and then it's just like, ta-da, Although, to be fair, like I was showing in the beginning, most of this stuff I had since the 80s. So, for instance, what you could do back then, when you were in school, you could start something. I don't know how you translate it, but the Swedish word, like you can start a study circle, and then you can apply for money for the government for your study circle. You have to be at least 5 people, and this money. So you started a study circle for music, and then you could use this money to rent equipment for this music stuff. So we actually rented equipment, and a place, and they actually provided a place for us to have the stuff in, basically for free. And what you did, the trick back then, and this is kind of dirty, instead of renting and you did the rent to buy kind of thing, it wasn't really allowed on this study circle money, but you kind of did it anyway, which meant after X month, you actually owned the stuff, and then you just like took it home. Which is sort of the case with at least one of these things. Is super like, I guess it's water under the bridge now, but it was like gotten through this old trick of starting the study circles and getting some money. So I think the Monopoly, I never actually paid anything for that. Somehow it arrived in my house through this technology. Now the Juno 60 I have right here is similar, but a friend of mine got that through a similar method. And then eventually he was going to move to Korea, I think, whatever. And he was like, do you want my synth? Because I'm moving out of the country. And I said, sure. I gave him $300 for it. And now this thing is worth easily $3,000. So that was a good deal. I'm not selling it, just so you know. I'm not selling it. It's probably we got some educational I don't know. It was a thing back in the 80s. You could do this, and like everybody was doing it. There's this whole, in town where I live, we have this entire building, which is basically filled with rooms where bands were, rehearsal rooms for bands. And this whole building was like owned by the municipality, so you could rent it for almost nothing. And if you had one of these study circles, you could have the rent part of that like included. So everyone who was anybody was remotely in a band was in like this one building, and each had their room, and all their equipment was rented under this, oh, we're totally renting, but we'll accidentally rent to buy what we're not telling anyone, nudge, wink, wink, wink. And like everybody, even the people who were paying out the money kind of knew you were doing this, but everything was kind of nudge, wink, wink, nudge, wink back then. And yeah, it was kind of fun time. And we tried to do a bunch of bands back then, and nothing ever did anything. And in the end, some of these synths ended up on my place, and then I started doing things, and the rest is kind of history. And actually, when I scroll back in time, I had a bunch of cassette tapes with music on it, and I hear synths and stuff that I like barely remember even owning. And I actually was watching a YouTube video about bad drum machines, and I started realizing I recognized the sounds from some of those. So I had a few of these kind of bad drum machines. I had a Korg. What the hell was? And I think it was just on loan from the music shop or whatever for a while. Or it's too long ago. I don't remember the details. But so much stuff has passed through my house, and I kept all the good parts. Like my glorious Monopoly and my Juno 60, you will have to like pray this from my cold dead hands, because it's the warmest, most beautiful analog synth in the entire universe. The Monopoly is like the best at weird bass sounds, although I mean most of the stuff it does you can probably do with some virtual analog these days. But the Juno, it has some magic. And I just have to be clear, this is a Juno 60, which is the last Juno model that was worth anything, because then they made the Juno 106 and the Alpha Juno and all this shit. They're all shit, because they used digital envelopes, which suck. And they had more digital things in them. This one only has digitally controlled oscillators. Everything else in us is pure analog. The envelopes are analog, the chorus is analog, everything is juicy, fat analog in it. So yeah, I'm like, you have to pry this off my cold dead hands someday. That's how much I love that thing. Yeah. And then I have some other toys, but I don't love them as much. I just like them a lot. Anyway, we're getting up on a lot of times, and we honestly haven't made much music. This time we mostly chatted about shit. So maybe I should do a final let's go to bed song of some kind. Do you want to let's go to bed song? No, the Alpha Juno, I actually have. I have the rack-mounted version of an Alpha Juno, which is called MKS50, and it's this. So this is basically an Alpha Juno you're hearing. Now compare this to me playing my 60, which sounds like this. Okay, I need to put some sustain on that. It's hard to compare two completely different sounds, obviously, but it's like the 60s, like it has the warmest chorus sound on the planet. But it has like it's a one-trick pony. It's like the fattest, warmest analog pads ever. But that's kind of the only thing it can do. The 106, yeah, the 106 is, the problem with the 106 from my point of view, it has the digital envelopes. Anything after the 60 has the digital envelopes, and they honestly suck because they try to do linear, and linear makes no sense on envelope. Oh, a ARP 2600 clone? Ooh, yeah. Let me do this. This is sound number 17 on my Juno. Sound number 17 is like the warmest sound on the planet. Yeah, and if I try to do the same on my Juno, the Alpha or the MKS50, which is like an Alpha, I literally cannot achieve that sound, even though it's supposedly just a slightly newer Juno. It's like the filter doesn't make the same sound at all. The chorus doesn't make the same sound at all. It's like it's literally night and day. So, yeah. I mean, if I even try, let's go to the... So this is my Alpha Juno thingy, so let me attempt to dial in a similar sound, which will be impossible, but let me try it. Because it's effectively just sawtooth. With some filter. And some chorus on it. And that's all it really is. But it's like, yeah, this is like, it's not even close. Hang on a second, let me tweak the... I mean, what's this? This is just, compare this to, what? This is a joke. This, yeah. And I have never been able to achieve anything remotely like this on the Alpha Juno thingy. No matter what I freaking try to tweak. And maybe mine is broken. I'm actually suspecting that mine, because I never get anything remotely similar on the chorus. So it might even actually be that the chorus on mine is actually broken. I don't know. I don't know. It's just. It does some nice playing sounds though. So about the ARP 2600, I have a funny story about that. So when I was super young, like 10 or less, my brother actually built his own synthesizer. And I have this old cassette tape where me and my brother are playing with his home-built synthesizer, and he made his own tape delay. And I think that must be one of the things that kind of got me into music back in the day. But the interesting part is that my brother thought, I'm going to make this synth better. So he pulled his homemade, completely custom, completely analog synthesizer. He pulled it to shreds and decided to make a semi-digital synth. So he had something where he could mix various octaves of square waves, because it was literally just the various bits of a counter circuit coming out. And then he got interested in girls, and the rest is history. So the thing he tore down a super awesome synth, started on a new thing that turned it out like a super boring thing, and then like nothing happened. And it was one of the most tragic things, because if we had that old synth, it would be the coolest thing in the universe now, because it was completely home designed, completely home built, completely everything, and like soldered up by himself. And he basically tore it up to do this other thing that never even got barely finished. But then one day, my brother was drunk and was with a friend, and they were in a music shop, and they were renting out stuff, and he saw an ARP 2600. He's like, let's rent this for the weekend, because why not? Because they were drunk. So they rented an ARP 2600 over a weekend, and this other guy and my brother made a bunch of, I wouldn't call them songs, because there were like no actual like music, but let's say a couple of guys and a girl yelling over various sounds. If that qualifies as music, I don't know. But it was an ARP 2600, and one of the songs they did was about how they were all drowning in a swamp, because they managed to get the ARP to sound like bubbling, you know, it sounded like bubbling, you know, a bubbling swamp or something like that. And yeah, that was many years ago. I'm still like super regretting how my brother tore up his homemade analog synth. I should find that freaking cassette. Somewhere I have the cassette tape where he and I are playing, like a 10 10 or 9-year-old me with a microphone is yelling stuff through a tape delay while he is twisting knob on his completely homemade synthesizer, which had this completely analog 6-step sequencer, and it was just madness. Because my brother never had any clue about music, but he's an electronics guy. So he wanted to build a synthesizer, but he didn't know anything. He still doesn't know what a C major chord is, you know. So, yeah. Anyway. What do we do now? I should do a final thing before I go to bed. Let's make a stupid, sad song, and then I will tune out. This is gonna be a stupid, sad song. Yes, this is Sam's lullaby. Completely true. Get to bed and sleep a night. Sleepy boys, the time is right. As the teardrops fly tonight, let the rape and pillage come tonight. Get to bed and sleep a night. Sleepy boys, the time is right. Do-do-dum. As the teardrops fly tonight, let the rape and pillage come tonight. Get to bed and sleep a night. Sleepy boys, the time is right. As the teardrops fly tonight, let the rape and pillage come tonight. Get to bed and sleep a night. Sleepy boys, the time is right. As the teardrops fly tonight, let the rape and pillage come tonight. Get to bed and sleep a night.
Sleepy boy, the time is get to bed.
Wait, Candice, are you still here? I thought we scared all the girls off.
Sleepy boy, the time
I'm very happy you're still around. That makes me cry less to sleep. I might not cry myself to sleep tonight because of this. Thumbs up. Good night, everybody. I will slowly take this stupidity to the grave.
Custom chair, drop some light tonight. Let the rape and pillage come to get to bed and sleep tonight. Sleepy boys, the time is right. Custom chair, drop some light tonight. Let the rape and pillage come to bed and sleep tonight.
And remember, Wednesday is our 1 year anniversary stream.
The time is right.
So let's remember this. It's on Twitch in the schedule. And we're gonna have fun. If you're on my Book of Face, you can join my event for this. I'll be spamming everybody about this nonsense. Everyone will hate me after this. But that's the beauty of being an old fart. I don't care if everybody hates me.
Sleepy boy, the time is right. Custom chair,
Excellent, my friend.
light
Good night, everybody.
and pillage come to bed and sleep tonight. Sleepy boy, the time is right. Custom chair, drop some light tonight. Let the rape and pillage come to get to bed and sleep tonight. Sleepy boys, the time is right. Custom chair, drop some light tonight. Let the rape and pillage come to